Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S here, back in another video. Hope everyone's well wherever you are. I can't think of much else to say in the intro, but yeah, I thought I'd just make a video before I go to sleep. It's nearly 2 in the morning here in the UK, but I just thought I'd make a video anyway before I go to sleep, because I don't know if I thought I'd take this opportunity. Anyway, the Rare Gem School is a school that I support, or try to support as much as I can, in Kenya, and it's part of the D.O.K, which stands for Dyslexia Organisation of Kenya. And I thought I'd talk about some of my dreams for the school. Now, I covered a lot of these ideas, basically on Facebook, but for those who might be my friends on Facebook, please forgive me. I repeat myself as I often do. Seems to be my mantra, but yeah, I'll try to cover the points in a different sort of way if I can. But yeah, I'd love to have your support as ever. And if I do manage to monetize this video at any time in the future, I hope to donate any profits I make, or any money I make, basically to the school. So anyway, please kindly check out the Rare Gem School. If you type in on Google or look on YouTube, you should find it. If you type in like the Rare Gem School Kenya, specifically Kenya, because there'd probably be a few different different schools you might find around the world if you put in Rare Gem, but I think Rare Gem School Kenya would be more specific, so you should see the website. And also answer a call, you could type in D.O.K or Dyslexia Organisation Kenya if you're more specific. You're more likely to find it, but you should be able to find their videos on YouTube, and answer a call, find them on Google. Anyway, with that being said, here's a list of some of my ideas or thoughts and plans and dreams and that sort of thing for the Rare Gem School. Excuse me, sorry for that. But yeah, I hope, as ever, I hope to hear your feedback, any questions you have, or any comments you want to make, constructive criticism or positive quotes or affirmations or points of view or whatever. Anyway, with that being said, here goes. So number one, I would love for as many people as possible to find out about the Rare Gem School, like basically to promote it around the world. So like more people find out about it on law of averages, hopefully, as a numbers game, hopefully more people will be willing to donate to the school and that sort of thing. But yeah, as I say, the more people who find out about school, I think the more likely it is that people will want to sponsor or generally support the school. Number two, I'd love to make like a curriculum, or suggest to the Kenyan government or Kenyan politicians a curriculum which could help them in the future, like so where they learn things like about politics, business, technology, STEM generally, which I hope to come to perhaps, and all sorts of different areas which could help them to basically to be empowered in the future, and whilst also having fun in the short term. And I'd love to like encourage people like to volunteer and like teach and that sort of thing at the Rare Gem School, so that they can help them to learn about those sorts of areas as much as possible. Number three, I'd love for people to send like freebies and things like that, like let's say old computers or laptops that people don't really want to use if they buy new ones, and they instead of destroying them or whatever, if things can be used or made or redone up, then it'd be good to send them somehow, although it is a long way to go, I suppose, for say someone from the UK or the US. But it would be pretty cool if people could send that sort of stuff, and like stationery and all sorts of things like that as much as possible to the Rare Gem School. It would be pretty cool if some organisations like sent stuff to them, and like transport companies sent stuff for free, because I had quite a few things I wanted to send to them, but it would be cool if you didn't have to pay. Like if they were possibly as part of their PR, as I often go to, like talk about PR is one of the things I go to talk about. If you know what I mean, it's one of my go-to topics. I mean, like, but yeah, that's one of the incentives. Which transport companies, logistics companies, or whatnot, might be incentivized to what might help people those companies to be incentivized to send things to Rare Gem. But yeah, it'd be great if they had like as much computer stuff as possible, textbooks, educational materials, stationery, things to draw on, and things like that as much as possible. Number four, I envisage like Rare Gem having as many playing fields, indoor and outdoor, as possible, as well as games, footballs, volleyballs, different like sports activities they can play. Yeah, like an indoor gym, an outdoor gym, or an outdoor field. When I say gym, I mean like a gymnasium, but not like a proper gym. Like, as they are only children, obviously they won't be able to use an actual gym. But yeah, places where they can go and play sports and have fun and enjoy themselves. So I think it's important for like the short term, as well as at the same time they'll hopefully be learning for the long term. Also, I love for them to have like an I.C.T suite, as big classrooms as possible, and things comparable to schools in the West or Western countries. Or also, when I was in Kenya, I saw a school called, I think it was St. Mary's. I think that's a Catholic school in Kenya, in Nairobi, which is not hugely far away from Rare Gem, but it was like a world of difference in terms of how much they had. Like, they had rugby pitches. They probably had really good big classrooms. It was like a Western school. I think quite a lot of politicians go to that school, and many of them become the prime minister of the country and that sort of thing. But it would be great to see Kenya get things at least comparable to that school. If I'm really dreaming, I'd love for Rare Gem to have things comparable to some of the top schools, maybe even in the world, if I'm really dreaming. But basically, as much funding as possible. And once some people fund the school, hopefully more will fund. Number 5, I hope to help the students to reach their full potential, and to listen and to hear from people involved in the school, people at schools. Hopefully Nancy, who founded the school, and others involved in the school, like teachers, will comment on my YouTube on these videos to talk about what sort of things they want to see for the school. So it's not just like me rambling about what I would like to see, but yeah, hopefully they can help the students to reach their full potential, and yeah, have people volunteering, as I say, to pass on skills and knowledge and things like that to the students, to the gems as we call them. Number 6, I would love for sports teams, especially football teams, and in particular Italian football teams like Serie A teams or even lower league teams in Italy, to donate football kits, footballs, things like that. And I'd love to like forge a network between them, because I'm a big fan of Italian football, as I often mention. People who have seen this, my other videos will probably see how much I talk about Italian football as well. And also, as I say, maybe like people from Italy going to coach football, and hopefully in the future the Gems will support Italian football teams. And number 7, similar for Celtic. Also, I'd love for music companies and charities and NGOs to send musical equipment and things like that, which I think, like many people in Africa, I know lots of people around the world love music, but many people in Africa have that rhythm and they love music, and the Gems or Rare Gem, and all those involved, I think they love music, singing and dancing and things like that. And Nancy, again, who is the head of NGO, founder of school, the head mistress and that sort of thing, and the boss, said that to the students, said that she would appreciate like if anyone could send like musical equipment and things like that. So it'd be great if companies could find a way to ship that stuff over to Kenya, to the Rare Gem School. And also, yeah, I think some of the students are autistic, because it's a specialist school for people with dyslexia, autism, ADHD, dyspraxia, and conditions like that, related conditions, mainly for dyslexics. I think most of the students, like 80%, are dyslexic, and I think some of them don't. Some of them have other learning disabilities, or some have dyslexia and other learning disabilities, and some are like migrants or refugees from other countries. Number 8, I'd also, on that note, I'd love for people of colour generally, and people from the Black diaspora, to support Rare Gem, and also I would love to roll out the school in as many parts of Kenya, even possibly in parts of Africa as possible, and for them to network with, which is a point I forgot to mention in point number 2, which is that I would love for them to network with many different schools around the world, dyslexia-friendly schools or special needs schools or whatnot, as well as companies and organisations, which again can work on their PR. So it will hopefully be a mutual benefit. Obviously, those companies will hopefully benefit financially with their PR and increase custom or whatever, and at the same time, yeah, they can put their brand out there and that sort of thing. At the same time, hopefully the Rare Gem, most importantly for me, would benefit also. At the same time, as I say, again, mutually benefit. But yeah, so it'd be great to see as many students being supported as possible with dyslexia, as many students as possible with dyslexia being supported, including by politicians, and including across the country. And maybe like fundraising could be used to cover fees for students from poorer backgrounds who can't afford the fees, because it's not state funded, so they have to pay a small fee to go there. But yeah, it could cover the meals. Organisations like Mary's Meals, or different charities and NGOs could support them perhaps. Number 9, I hope to help them to promote their arts and things like that, so they could sell their artwork around the world, and like things they make, design and create and things like that. They could sell that sort of stuff and hopefully again raise funds for the school. And again, hopefully they'll put that on their YouTube and on their Facebook as well, or social media. I actually meant to say website. So hopefully more people will find out about that sort of stuff, and hopefully people will be generous enough to buy some of their stuff that they sell, and therefore they can raise funds for the school. And maybe they can, like, I think it'd be great if the students also learn to have their own like lemonade stalls, sell things like water and Coke and fruit and some healthy stuff, but also just general stuff, and they learn how to buy and sell things and handle money and stuff like that, which again hopefully will be good for their future. And number 10, I hope they learn from the youngest possible age, again, about things like politics, business, technology, STEM generally, and all sorts of areas. And I hope they'll do as well as possible and be as blessed as possible. Again, I'd love to hear what you think. And I am out. Peace and love.